Before we can heal the Black community, we have to admit this. We were taught to see the Black man as the enemy. That lie did damage. They didn't just attack Black men. They used our fear, our pain, and our survival instincts to turn us against our own protectors. When Black women walk away from Black men, the whole community fractures. Children feel it, homes feel it, futures feel it. Healing starts when we unlearn the programming that told us Black masculinity was dangerous instead of disciplined, protective, and necessary. We don't heal by blaming forever. We heal by asking ourselves, what beliefs did we accept that weren't ours? The Black man doesn't need to be feared or fixed. He needs to be respected, supported, and allowed to lead without sabotage. No movement survives without unity between men and women. Division didn't empower us, it weakened us. If we want the Black community restored, women must choose healing over hatred, truth over trauma, and unity over manipulation. Independence was sold to you as freedom, but it was really survival. You learned to do everything because nobody was coming. Softness was labeled weak, so you'd abandon it on your own. No one had to take femininity from you. They convinced you to drop it. They called trauma confidence, so you'd never stop and heal it. As long as you stayed busy being strong, you wouldn't question why. You were praised for being strong because strength meant you wouldn't ask for help. And asking for help would have exposed the system. Being manly didn't protect you. It just made you tired, guarded, and alone. Masculine behavior wasn't your nature, it was your armor. And armor is heavy when you wear it every day. You learned to lead because leadership was forced on you early. That wasn't destiny, that was neglect. They didn't teach Black women to be manly because it was empowering. They did it because expecting protection was removed from your reality. The strongest thing on this planet was Black unity. So division between Black men and women was not accidental, Faye, it was strategic. You don't destroy a people by fighting them directly. You destroy them by breaking the bond between the man and the woman. Black men were stripped of authority. Black women were forced into survival leadership. Neither role was natural, Kane. Both were imposed. Pain was passed down faster than wisdom. Unhealed trauma became mistrust, and mistrust became identity. We were taught who to fear through repetition. Images, stories, and narratives trained us to see each other as the enemy. They turned balance into competition. Strength became aggression. Independence became isolation. Two powerful forces turned against each other. Not because we failed home, but because we were targeted. Healing isn't choosing sides. It's remembering that Black men and women were never meant to be divided.
Are you guys equal or not? You want to
Yes, equality means that you're both responsible for raising the children, and that includes the costs of raising the children.
So you should have equality, but not at the expense of men. 50-50 custody, no child support, no alimony. That's equality. You don't.
Alimony makes sense if the woman was a stay-at-home mother and doesn't have a source of income. How else would she take care of the kids following a divorce?
By getting a job just like the men.
They didn't just mock intelligence in our community, they taught you to see a thinking Black man as weak instead of protected. The Black nerd was never useless, and he was dangerous to systems that survive on us never building anything of our own. They trained attraction around chaos, not stability, so brilliance started looking boring instead of powerful. While you were taught to desire noise, they quietly feared the Black man who reads, codes, plans, and remembers. A Black man who thinks for himself doesn't react easily, and that alone breaks generations of control. They laughed at his curiosity because curious men don't accept cages, labels, or limited futures. When Black women reject Black thinkers, the community bleeds wealth, strategy, and long-term vision. The question isn't who taught you to overlook him, it's whether you're ready to see him clearly now.
They didn't just lie to you, they programmed you. Screens, schools, and music taught you to fear Black men instead of trusting them. They replayed the worst images of Black men until you thought it was reality. That fear didn't come from experience, it came from repetition. They sold you empowerment that required separation from black men. Power without unity is just controlled collapse. Every black man's failure was called his nature. Every success was labeled an exception to the lie. They blocked black men from money and stability, then warned you not to build a future with them. They desired black men's bodies but rejected their authority. A man stripped of leadership is easier to dominate. They taught you that respecting black men was weakness, then blamed black men for breaking under disrespect. This was never about your freedom or happiness. It was about quietly destroying black leadership without war.
They didn't start by teaching you to hate black men. They started by teaching you to associate pain, stress, and instability with his presence. They placed black men at the bottom of a system designed to break them, then blamed him for the damage the system intentionally caused. They told you empowerment meant independence from black men, but never explained who benefits when the family structure is permanently fractured. Every time black men were removed economically, emotionally, or physically, the burden was quietly transferred onto black women and called strength. They rewarded you for surviving without him, but never asked whether survival was the same thing as peace, love, or long-term stability. They framed black masculinity as the threat, so you wouldn't look too closely at the systems that profit from broken fathers and exhausted mothers. Yeah. Resentment became easier than questioning why both of you were placed in impossible positions meant to turn you against each other. The real trick wasn't making you distrust black men. It was convincing you that separation was progress instead of loss.
God is saying to you today, I will put you together in front of those who broke you. Don't think it wasn't seen by me. You will not only recover, but you will flourish. In the places where you felt abandoned and defeated, you will stand strong and victorious. Remember, my child, my plans for you are to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you hope and a future. Let your heart be at peace, for I am with you in every step of this journey, mending every fracture, healing every wound, and restoring every lost hope. Where you were once shattered, now you will shine like a beacon, reflecting my love and strength. Trust in me, for I am your faithful protector, your healer, and your redeemer. Do not dwell on the past or the pain it brought. Instead, lift your eyes to the horizon, where my promises unfold. You will see that my grace is sufficient for you, even in your weakest moments. Let your spirit rejoice, for you are being rebuilt stronger than ever, not just to withstand the trials, but to help others who walk in similar paths. If you receive this message, comment, "Thank you, God," and share it with a friend.
Watch this.
There's a picture in the museum in the Louvre. I don't know how many of you have ever been there. The picture is called Checkmate. The devil's sitting on this side. There's a chessboard, and there's a guy sitting on the other side. And the guy sitting on the other side has his hand on his head like this. And he's like in desperation. And as they were taking a tour through the Louvre, there had been a group of athletes, and particularly world champions, that were being given a special tour. And in the tour was the world chess champion. And he comes walking by the picture. And the guy's explaining to him, this is a picture of an artist rendering of somebody who lost a battle with the devil. And so the group moved on to the next picture to see something else. But the world chess champion, he stayed there. And he just kept looking at the picture. And soon they noticed that he was not with the group. And so the tour guide came back and said, we've moved on. Are you coming? He said, well, I've been looking at this picture. And the guy said, yeah. He said, it's called Checkmate. The devil's laughing, the man's lost. And he said, yeah. He said, I've been noticing that. He said, but while I've been standing here, I've kept looking at the picture. I got a problem. And he said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, you know, I'm a world champion chess player, and I spend my life playing chess. And normal people don't always see what a world champion chess player sees. He says, but when y'all walked off, I looked at the devil laughing, and I looked at the man in desperation. But he said, I noticed something on the chessboard. He said, either they're going to have to change the painting, or they're going to have to change the name. And the guy said, well, why are they going to have to do that? He said, well, you know, I'm a world champion chess player. And he said, when I observed the board, I found out the king still has one more move. I come to tell somebody today, you believe you've been cornered. You believe everything is gone and nothing has got any hope. But the king still has one more move.